Richard tweeted today. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. New stuff. What's happening, everyone? Welcome. Almost pasted in the command to build this Node.js app. Good to see you. It is true. The guy did tweet today. And at first I thought it was, I thought we had a new official PulseChain project. I thought we had a new thing that Dylan was expecting to have. However, he just really liked this community built project, apparently. So new open source software has appeared. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, it's about to go down. And it did go down. Still pretty cool app. They got released. PulseChain dashboard. But actually, I didn't even realize it wasn't official until I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the GitLab. I was scrolling down, reading, okay, privacy first, PulseChain dashboard, cool. It's got these features. I was looking at the screenshots, and I was scrolling, and then at the bottom, you can see this open source independent project's not officially affiliated with PulseChain. Like, oh, okay. It's not PulseChain devs, but it is from a dev who likes PulseChain. So pretty cool. Shout out to Luna Gray. And apparently also they also made Luna Shard, and I'm not sure if Richard tweeted about it before. I definitely saw it. I'm trying to think if I tried it out or not, but I think their first project was Luna Shard. Let's see if they have it in the. See if they have it in the thing. Sec. So yeah, lunashard.limo. So this one. Come on, my mouse is not working great right now. Click. So lunashard.limo, apparently a mutable file sharing service on PulseChain as well. So dev who likes PulseChain building stuff, pretty cool. Decentralized file sharing only on PulseChain. Create a profile, upload files to it, share them privately or publicly. So pretty cool here. Let's see if you can get started. Why is my mouse not working on right now? Oh, did my mouse die? Come on. Or the browser just not. Yeah, I'm about to get a new browser here in about 10 seconds. All right, one sec. Shut it down. Reboot it. Rebooting it. Getting rebooted. And we're back. In 3, 2, 1. How fast can you go? All right, let's see if this works now. Browser just stopped working for a moment. So if we go get started, I would think that would bring up the connect to start. So profiles allowed uploading a file that won't blockchain proof. Okay, files are uploaded immutable on the blockchain since it's persistent. You can private or publish files. Pretty cool. So connect. This looks like okay. You got to connect MetaMask to get started. I'm gonna try this out. Explore different files. It looks like different ones that have been uploaded. And somebody did the U.S. Constitution, Singaporean Constitution. Yeah, if you click on this link, you can see. Okay, public file 7 to 7. So if you click on that, reading metadata from the blockchain. Cool. Yeah, and then you can accept button, begin reading file data from the blockchain. Reading. So this is one of the apps. This stuff. So again, if you haven't been following, if you didn't see today, Richard tweeted about. I'll just pull this tweet real quick too. Again, about new open source software. That was the PulseChain dashboard. And the same dev that he tweeted about here, his first product, it looks like on their profile, was this Lunar Shard. And you can see Constitution of the United States sharing files privately, looks like, or publicly on the blockchain. Pretty cool. So love to see devs working on stuff like this. We are the ecosystem of freedom, ecosystem of freedom to appreciate, freedom of mad gains, all kinds of stuff like that. But yeah, so back to PulseChain dashboard. So that's the Lunar Shard, and there's PulseChain dashboard, which is pretty interesting. I watched the shout out to Hexologist. I seen his video earlier today about this, and he was going over. It actually does make it easier because, you know, again, the reason I built Go Roll DeFi was to make it easier and more user friendly to access the apps and stuff like that for people who don't want to download them. Again, if you go to hex.com, it asks you, do you want to run it for IPFS, which gives you this link and stuff, or download it, run it on Windows, Mac, Linux, all that stuff. So with the PulseChain dashboard, it actually makes things a lot easier. I'm seeing if I got it. If I build it, I'm going to try to run it and stuff too. Give me just a minute. And if I can get it running, I will show you. Just a second. Hopefully this will work. If not, we can just talk about it. But if you look, we'll do a sneak preview. One of the coolest features, other than, it gives you the price, gives you a little dashboard. You can look at liquidity positions. You can look at your average length hex stakes, all that fun stuff. But also, it doesn't show it here, but also it allows you to download the apps themselves and run them instead of having to go to the website, click on the link, download it, all that stuff. It's got a button for each one that's like download X, download PulseX, stuff like that. Makes it a lot easier. So, I'm not sure if it built or not. Let me check. Give me just a minute. Let me see if I can get this thing built. If I can get it built, I will do a live demo. Until then, this is a short stream, so get your questions in if you have any. What's up, Marcus? Welcome. Luna C Point, how's it going? Good to see you, Luna, as well. Awesome. Community. All kinds of fun stuff. I got a lot of stuff to talk about this week. I got probably some solo ones, maybe some streams with other people as well. But a lot of fun stuff. I've been talking about PulseX a little bit recently. Interesting things about that. We got the Trump pump. We'll see what happens with that. Maybe I'll do a stream tomorrow. Talk about that a little bit. And all kinds of fun stuff. So yeah, give me just a second. Let me see if I can fix this thing so that it works, so that I can build thing. So I will answer. Got one question, Marcus Ryan. What are the most common security risks in crypto space? How can I protect myself from them? Great question, Marcus. I did a full security stream. If you go to, just go to the, you know what? Go to Go Roll DeFi. That's probably here, already got it up here. Go to Go Roll DeFi navigation, click security. I did a stream. It's even easier than me trying to find it on my channel. If you scroll down towards the end, you should see a security stream and a clip from that. So this is 2 weeks ago I did with Crypto Kong, almost 2 hours worth of content. Covered a lot of different stuff, as well as some very key things. And then this clip, 21-minute clip from the beginning of it, which I talk about 4 or 5 different things that are super easy to do, must-know security practices for people. So Go Roll DeFi navigation, click security. They'll give you the playlist, 65 videos. All kinds of fun stuff. The most recent ones are on the bottom. And if you want to deep dive and binge, about a year or so ago, I did a full week every day with Ben Dubard and some peeps too, about covering all kinds of different stuff. So hours and hours of content on that. But if you want the latest, and it's pretty good. I'll say this one's pretty well up to date and stuff too. Talks about a lot of good stuff. Do not lose any money in crypto. Stop RHMax. Do not lose any money in crypto. Or go to this playlist, or just type in must know security practices for crypto people, and it will give you that. So great question. Covered a lot recently. What's up, Coach? This is Steven. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well out there in the Hexaco. All right, bear with me here. I'm gonna try one more thing. If not, I'm gonna move on. But I think this is pretty neat. Makes it the downloadable DeFi a little bit easier too. As always, building stuff is always probably on Windows. It's a little bit easier, but if you want to know why not to use Windows, also look at that stream. It may blow your mind of why driving down the bad street is worse than driving down the good street. What is a good street? What is a bad street? Check out the content. Got a ton of stuff on it. And even just go to on Twitter too, if you want some. I can tell you go to rhmax.org/blog. If you just go to if you go to the Twitter and if you search, oh man, mouse, come on. Mouse is giving me a hard time today. Come on, mouse. What is it? Twitter.com/explore. It's a search. If you do from, oh my gosh, are you telling me I got to redo this again? All right, I don't know. My mouse is going nuts right now. Doing it again. Do. Luckily, I can click thing real fast. Faster than the robots can do, at least for today. Maximalist, how spell that? 222. And then let's do security. And then, yeah, just go down there and be like, oh, actually, yeah, on that one security one too, I'll drop this in the chat. I did timestamps. I went through, manually did timestamps because I wanted to make sure that we had references to all this stuff. So timestamps on the video, on X as well, and along with other commentary and some memes I did as well. But if nothing else, if you don't want to watch any content, you don't want to spend any time doing this at all, just this one thing is good to internalize. I would say stop using Windows, turn on two-factor authentication, bookmark links, don't use Google. Those three things are common ways people lose their money as one vector or another relating to those things. So if you're using Windows, more vulnerable to all this different malware that's targeting Windows. If you're not turning on two-factor auth, somebody steals your password or gets you to click on something or whatever, you don't have that backup piece to it to protect yourself. And if you Google for links, you may come across one that are bad. Don't come across bad link. Bad link's bad. So that's my real quick explanation. Hopefully that helps. So, all right, let's try this thing again. Does this work? Does this work? Oh, it's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking pretty good. Might be able to do the demo. Very welcome, Marcus. Best of luck. Do not want to make a bunch of money and then lose it. I've yet to do it. I'm gonna knock on wood. I will never do that. And yeah, I wish everyone to make the massive gains and keep the massive gains. Very important. Of course. Appreciate it. What's up, Yavine? Welcome. It's live. Yay. Address spoofing, cloning is wild. Yeah, there's a lot of different wild stuff. And there's so many different ways to talk about these things too. If you have specific things, feel free. I'm always, if there's something you don't understand about security or otherwise, just at RHMaximalist on X and just ask me a question. And if, assuming I see it and I have a minute, I can either give you a reference or I can cover it on the show sometime. Again, at my discretion, no expectations. But if you're, there's probably whatever you're thinking of. I've made so much security content. There's a very good chance I've covered it already. I can give you a reference of where I talked about it before or give you a fresh perspective too. Good morning, crypto class. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. I am almost ready to talk about this thing after I only got to restart the browser 12 more times. And we can talk about this dashboard. Private's first PulseChain dashboard. Let me check the terminal. Ooh, it's looking good. It's looking good, everyone. I think it's time. Hopefully StreamYard will let me watch. I'll do this. I'll build the app. It goes well. And then StreamYard will just be like, no, I can't share that screen. Assuming it's in the browser. Is it? I haven't even checked. It looks like a browser thing. I'm going to assume it's in the browser. Ooh, it's Electron, isn't it? We're at the will of StreamYard on this one. Electron is not browser, unless they are doing something different these days. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Are y'all with me? Give me a W in the chat if you're with me. Remember, the only time I ever ask for participation is on polls. So unless you want me to bring up a poll, better see some W's. I need at least 3 W's in that chat. There's no light mode. Yes, light mode is my favorite mode. That's right. Max would do deep dive in wallets, MetaMask, and Money Rabbit. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Maybe sometime. Maybe not a bad idea. I'll actually I'll add it to the list. I keep some kind of content in my back pocket list every once in a while too. I can't do that. I'll add it to have like a scheduling to do and like a content to do. So I can add it to. Yeah, I'll see. I'll ask. I don't know who you all like that talks about security stuff. I know me and Ben used to do a lot of stuff. So me and Ben, and also Kong apparently is interested in security stuff a little bit more recently too, I guess. So yeah, that's not a bad idea. I've not did that. I've not did a deep dive on wallets. I kind of curious. I mean, some of this stuff too is kind of interesting. Just to kind of deep dive because I'll like getting closer to the technical side. So I'll learn some stuff too. Learn or remind myself about some stuff on that side. So how do wallets work? What are the differences between them? Awesome. Appreciate. I got a lot of W's in there. Boom. Everyone got a W is getting a show comment right now. 3 W's from Lunacy Point. Appreciate that. All right. We're going to do it. We're going to do it live. Let me just figure out which thing I need to click. Okay. Built the software. I'm going to double click the, not exe. It is a DMG on the Apple products. It is an Electron app. Okay. Let's see if I can do it. StreamYard. Let's do it. My body's ready. My people are ready. Let's do it. So, window. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking good, everyone. 3, 2, 1. Share screen. Can y'all see that? All right. It can share Electron apps. Awesome. So I'm not going to enter a password. Shout out to security, by the way. I'm not going to enter a password for now because it's just a demo, but obviously, read the README. Probably a great idea to do a password to protect your access to your PulseChain dashboard, especially if you're going to be adding your own stuff to it. But I'm just going to give it a try right now. It's pretty sweet. See if I can make it not, it's like full screen on my end. See if I can make it a little bit more manageable here. You all still see it. All right, I like it. Here we go. The dark side calls. There you go. It's at least for this app, you get dark mode. There you go. I'm not even it's not even like I'm a light mode maxi. I'm just like I like white space. I've talked about this so many times before, but I like high contrast too. I don't know. I don't have a preference. I'm like totally neutral when I switch between them both. I guess if I had to pick one, it'd be light mode, but dark mode doesn't bother me. Yeah. So wallets, if you add an address, actually to add an address, I'm gonna go to Hex Scout. The thing I like to do is go to Hex Scout and click on portfolio and then Godwell, and that'll give me a quick Godwell address. I used to go to fatty.io and look at Godwell's. I think there's multiple addresses there too, but I'm just gonna pick that one real quick. I'm gonna add an address just to give us an example because Godwell's got tons of money and it's fun to look at. Click and add the address, and then wow, look at this. Only $107 million. and basically gives you, it looks like the gopulse.com kind of like layout, different squares like that. Look at the T-shares, 14.14 years. Boom. Now, when you see T-shares, it's not 300 T-shares. That is 300,000 T-shares. There's a K. Mind the K. Amazing. Amazing stuff. You got Wrap Pulse. You got other coins. I'm sure there's coins on here that you need to, I think there's, you need to add them or something. I was watching Hexologist's video. He talked about that. You can add other coins that aren't listed here by default. But pretty cool stuff. And then if you go to, let's see, Liquidity. PLP Liquidity. Okay, so you can add the token address for PLP and you can see liquidity for that. That's pretty cool. How can I get an address of that real quick? Let me go to Explore, see if I can find like a quick PLP just to throw up there. I don't know if I got a deck screener, will it just give me one? Trying to get the easiest way to get just an address. Come on. Computer's got to work too. Computer not working so well. Let me just type in PLP, see if I can find something. Something quick. Of course. Yeah, give me just a minute. I got someone on the light side here. Friday aliens, I load dark mode. I gotta say, I don't think I want to stare at dark mode for that long. I feel like maybe my eyes are just better adjusted to light mode too. I wonder, Pulse, please take a look at the code. Yeah, I'm not sure who's, I know, what the audit situation or otherwise going on. Again, Richard tweeted about it. A lot of the stuff is like social, reputation based, right? All that stuff. At the end of the day, again, things can be, a lot of things are 99% decentralized or otherwise, and there's like some level of trust to a lot of things. All these products and stuff, not necessarily the tokens and although they can be too, but the products themselves. Again, if you're running a website on the internet, you got to trust that the information on that page is, legit or not. I hope it doesn't get hacked and all that stuff too. Anyways, I went to, let's see, PulseX LP. I'm just going to click on one of these, get the address, and just see, because these look like some PLP tokens. All right, so I just picked a random one. I have no idea what this is. As I click search, I don't know what these tokens are. So if I go to Liquidity, does it show me? Did it add it somewhere? Okay, so this is DAI and something else. Token address. Let me look at the token address. Okay, that's DAI, some sort. DAI and what is this one? DAI from Ethereum. So is this PDAI and DAI? Did I pick that one? Maybe. And you can see here, PulseX has not been downloaded. Download PulseX to view this token locally. You click download PulseX. Pretty sweet. I do like the whole dApps thing here. Download. Who knows if this will expand? Who knows if we'll have a dApp store, right? Like a app store, and you'll have more PulseChain community apps and that you can download and use. And what would be the next one? I would say, I don't know. Let me know, chat or people watching in the comments. Are there other PulseChain community apps that have downloadable apps like this and downloadable, just like the PulseX and stuff? If there are some of those, then who knows if there's like a dApp store one day, this kind of thing, or with PulseChain dashboard. I could also think, didn't Alex from Hedron, I feel like he talked about it or he hinted about it, or maybe I just imagine that's something he would do, make it all, downloadable DeFi and stuff too. So I click download. Did it work? I click this. Does it work? Yeah. So you can't see it. Where are we at? One sec. So you can't see it, but in another tab, let's see if I can open this on Firefox real quick, or open this in the browser. Yeah. So if I share, one sec. Yeah. So if I switch, so stop sharing that, I'll switch back to browser. You can see it opened this. So running a local host. Here is PulseX. Again, pretty cool, right? Go to liquidity, go to farm. You can see the farms here all running downloadable DeFi right there on my local desktop. So much easier than downloading each one from the website, running it, all that stuff. If you want to run this stuff locally. So that's pretty cool. So let me go back to the PulseChain dashboard. I'm just glad I can share Electron apps. That's pretty sweet. So you can do that. You can do the bridge. You can do Explore. You can do the Hex mining app. All that fun stuff. So that's pretty cool. Actually, I'm going to let me go. Where can I go? dApps. Okay, and then terminate. Like when I'm not using it anymore. Boom. I actually like that. I like the green on buttons and all that stuff too. And you can check for updates. That's the other thing about downloading. It's like, oh, what if there's an update and how that's going to affect things? So if you click apps, you can check for update, and it's going to check and tell you if it's up to date or not. Or I guess if it is already up to date, then it just won't say you need to do anything else. So activity. So this has Explore API. So enable that. And it's going to, I guess this is just recent activities from, I put in the Godwell address. So this is different transactions. Let's see. It just copies the link when I click on it. Hedron stuff, communist stuff looks like. Again, I don't know much about it, but entries prior to fork. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that piece, and then let's see, settings. Yeah, you can do stuff like that. Allow use of external token images, other pieces. Pretty cool. Pretty cool wallets. I guess you can add multiple wallets on here, multiple addresses, tokens. Yeah, there you go. You can add more tokens or stuff if it already doesn't have one. I like this. And then you can even check itself for updates. Check for updates. It'll check, so you don't need to re-download the whole thing, I guess. It'll just update on its own. So I like that. Any chance it could be hijacked? Can you be more specific? Because hijacked as in, you get a version that you're not looking for. That's it's more of a security, like architecture question. Like, again, maybe if there's, I don't know, again, we're so used to auditing in the community, but this is not like a token contract. This is just software. Software can get audits, of course, though. But every time you build software, there are chances of security bugs and stuff. But like, I don't know. I haven't seen a software audit for this. I don't know if there will be one, but it certainly looks like a useful product. And I mean, again, there's all kinds of different in code. There's all kinds of different things that can go wrong, but there's different signing and checksums and different kinds of vulnerabilities that can manifest and all that stuff too. But there's not a lot of, for this, for example, it's not like you're running a server on the internet. You're just running a local app, a local Electron app. So there's different nuances with Electron and all that stuff too. But we'll see. We'll see what kind of if I've been invited the author to come on and talk about the app and stuff too. So if the author comes on and wants to talk about it and go over questions and security and stuff too, we'd love to do that. But it's my first chance looking at it. But pretty fun. I love people building like stuff like this. Pretty cool. Here for the tech, Fast Abdul. Good to see you, man. If you execute code, I replace the download site. Well, so that's the thing. So that's why, for example, let me stop showing here and go back to, you can check on, so that kind of stuff. So if you go to, so I'll go real DeFi, if you go to the official, so if you go to like the bridge, for the downloads here, they have download checksums. And these are things that you can look at to compare what your checksum looks like. And there's instructions on how to do that stuff too. Yeah, if you click here, instructions, it should talk about checksums. Not that many people do it, but you can compare what you downloaded with what they should be. But there's also like, okay, I tried to do some interesting security stuff with GoReal DeFi to kind of like mitigate some of that. Oh, well, if one place gets hacked, can't they just replace the checksum value and all that stuff too? At the end of the day, again, if there's hosted software anywhere, and it's hard to get this like 100% certainty, but there are different, you can look at hashes, you know, all this stuff too, to see that. So for example, even here, it says hash, but like, what if this website gets hacked, right? Like what if Amazon.com gets hacked? Like at the end of the day, like you're comparing the hash to this, you're comparing it to whatever it says it's going to be, you know, you're also, there's some kind of level of trust in being like, okay, at some point you have to trust that there is a value. And it's not like, you know, this can change when they update when they release a new version, when version 108 comes out, this hash will change, and they have to update it and tell people this is the right hash, compare that. So similar there for this one in particular. So if we go to the Git repo here, does he have checksums or otherwise? Let's see. Talks about security here. All data is stored locally and encrypted. No external tracking or analytics. Use configurable RPC points. DApps are always updated on demand from official PulseChain repos. I'm not sure if he has checksums for these, but that's one way to do that kind of piece. But yeah, it's a few different pieces there, but good questions. Just scrolling real quick. I don't have time to, I gotta wrap up here in a second, but awesome. Thank you, TechSex. Appreciate that. Light mode crew, right? There's a few people that are down for light mode. I like light mode. I like both, but tend to like light mode. It doesn't hurt my, it's like, I don't know. I don't tend to look at things in the dark a lot. Like when I'm on a computer, I'm in the light, or I've got it turned down a lot, or I got blue light mode on or something. And when I'm not, I'm glad I'm not looking at it, because then I don't want to be awake, and I don't want to be, I want to be away from device type thing. So anyways, Trump coin gave me a 10x in 2 days, and PulseChain does nothing for me. I got some commentary on that. Not particularly on Trump coin, but in general, I think there's this, always this everything. Oh, there's something popping off on another chain. Like, how can I missed out, and my thing I'm holding didn't go up. So like it creates this feeling of like, again, like the FOMO, or like the disappointment of I could have had this other thing. But I don't know, like, is there an analogy there for, it's almost like, I don't know, you look at somebody who won the lottery and you're like, oh, I could have been the person who went in the gas station on that day to buy that ticket. I don't know. I feel like there's some kind of parallel there of just, and you could have lost 99% of the time too. The Trump coin or any other coin could have not went up all that much, or you could have bought some other coin that just went down. So it's always, I don't know. I just don't think there's a lot of like good takeaways from some other coin going up and your coin didn't, and that being like a missed opportunity. I don't know. I feel like there's something, I haven't quite fleshed it out, but I think there's something. I'm not sure there's a lot of, I don't think it's like a lesson to take away from that type of thing. So anyways, sub Tente, how's it going? Replay gang, hashtag replay gang. Everyone, hope you're having a great day. Probably gonna be streaming tomorrow. Be streaming a few times this week. Boom, got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. Hope you enjoyed it. PulseChain dashboard. Again, check it out if you haven't already. Pretty cool. Hexologist also has a demo of it. Did it live today. The first time I looked at it, I got it built and working here. And then on Windows, I think it's a little bit easier too if you run Windows. So there's that. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Scivive and 5555. We are out.